If your oven starts heating but stops after just a few minutes, the door switch is a likely suspect, though it could also be the temperature sensor or another component. I'm Rory with AppliancePartsPros.com, and today we're working on a Whirlpool gas range. But this issue and the likely suspects can apply to plenty of models, gas or electric, across different brands. We'll walk through the most common parts to check and how to test them. If you like saving time and money, hit subscribe for more no-nonsense repair help. Let's dive in. With over 2 million products in stock and the know-how to help you do it yourself, we are AppliancePartsPros.com. For today's job, we'll need a multimeter, a Phillips screwdriver or hex head bit driver, and maybe a small flathead screwdriver. And just a quick safety reminder, we'll need the range plugged in for testing right now, but always unplug it or flip the breaker before accessing or replacing any components. Now, a failed door switch usually won't show you an error code on the display. It might store one in diagnostics if your model supports that, but it's not something you'll see up front. A bad temperature sensor, though, will often trigger a code, usually something like an out of range or runaway temperature error. If the door switch isn't closing or the control board isn't registering it as closed, most ranges will let you start a cycle and begin heating, but then shut off a few moments later. The first check's the easiest. Take a look at the oven light if your model has one. Is it staying on all the time? That's a pretty strong hint your door switch is bad. We'll dig in a little deeper to be sure. From here on, things will depend a bit on your specific model, so grab your tech sheet for the right wiring diagram. Your control board might be in a different spot than the one we're showing, but the basic testing process is the same. Pull the range out and unplug it. If you need extra room, you can shut off the gas at the home's valve behind the range and disconnect the gas line. Once that's done, we can get to the control board. On this model, that means removing the panel on the back of the console using a Phillips screwdriver or hex head bit driver. Find the connector that goes to the door switch and unplug it. If the tab's stubborn, use a small flat blade screwdriver to help release it. On this range, we're looking for Con 3, which should have blue, yellow, gray, and 2 purple wires. Set your meter to read continuity. And if you need help with your multimeter basics, we've linked a video in the description to give you a hand. Take a continuity reading between the yellow and gray wires with the door closed. You should get a clear continuity signal. If not, you're looking at either a harness issue between the control board and the door switch, or the door switch itself is bad. You can test directly at the door switch to confirm. If you do have continuity, that usually means the control board has failed, especially if your oven light stays on constantly. Now, if the oven light was working normally, test your temperature sensor. On this model, it shares the same connector as the door switch. Switch your meter to read resistance in K ohms. That's K next to the upside down horseshoe symbol, usually with a 2 in front of it. Take a reading between the 2 purple wires. At room temp, you should see somewhere between 1.08 K and 1.1 K ohms, so 1080 to 1100 ohms. If that's in range, replace the main control board. If it's not, either the harness between the sensor and board is bad, or the temperature sensor itself has failed. Just like with the door switch, test at the sensor directly to figure out which it is. Once we've figured out what's going on, we can put everything back together. On this one, we'll reconnect Con 3 to the main control, put the plate back on the console, reconnect gas and power to the range, and we're done. Here's the original door switch and temperature sensor. If you've already got the parts, you're set. If not, you can grab them at AppliancePartsPros.com. Thanks for sticking with us through the troubleshooting. If it turns out your oven's issue is a bad door switch, temperature sensor, or something else, just grab your model number and head over to AppliancePartsPros.com. Most parts ship fast, so you'll be back in business in no time. And when you're ready to install, we've got guides to walk you through it. Let us know how your repair went in the comments. We always like hearing your fix. See you next time.